Can you keep up? Baby boy, you want to smell my breath? Bring the noise. Let them smell my breath. Get me hot, want to smell my breath? Can you keep up? Bring the noise when you smell my breath. You'll get destroyed if you smell my breath. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in Walmart's, surviving Beyonce and surviving Beyonce's alleged halitosis. Guys, this whole thing with this cinnamon doodle breath thing that Dame Dash and Dame Dash's dentures have exposed, it set the internet on fire. And I mean on fire worse than Jay-Z's alleged breath. You know what I mean? Because now that Solange, shout out to Solange, got into this whole thing and laughed. Like, how can you get mad at Solange for cracking up laughing when she's a survivor? Solange is a survivor of Jay-Z's breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people who survived and made it out alive from working with him. I mean, think about Rihanna. Look, there's a survivor right there. Have you ever smelled Jay-Z's breath? Have you ever smelled Jay-Z's breath before?
No.
Because I'm not going to lie to you. The way you was running up on me, I thought you was Cassie Ventura, Pure Survival. I'm not saying that you was with Diddy Glover. I'm just saying that you look like Cassie, and they said that Cassie had left the country. Did you flee the country after getting your $20 million? No, I'm talking about Jay-Z and Jay-Z's breath right now.
Okay.
They saying that it allegedly stink. They already said that Beyonce's breath stink, but I don't know. Because people going off of a looks. Because as pretty as Beyonce look, you wouldn't imagine that she has halitosis. So I don't know. But nice to meet you, though.
Nice to meet you, too. What's your name?
Jamil.
Jamil Esperanza.
Esperanza?
It means hope.
Hope?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got hope that Jay-Z's breath don't smell as bad as Damon Dash said that it do. But I will be back around. Nice to meet you. Pure Survival. Survivors are coming forward. And you can't get mad at Solange because Solange have a right to expose that when she was on that elevator. She did the best that she could to stand up and fight for Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? And then to fight a demon with horrible breath. You know, I told y'all how disturbing that is. Like, have you ever had a school teacher whose breath was so stinky that you wanted to tell your teacher, Mrs. Stugett, can you please, give me a break? Give me a break. I don't want to have to be here after school detention smelling your breath, all afternoon. I want to go with the other kids. But you keep keeping me after school saying that I'm misbehaving, but your dragon breath is misbehaving. You know what I'm saying? And that's a serious thing, when a school teacher breath stinks, because most of the time you can't tell her. You got to tell your parents, like, Mom, I think that this teacher is being very inappropriate with me. And your parents will be like, well, what do you mean? I hope they're not touching you. No, she's touching me with her breath. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me to study and pay attention when she's using these big words like sit down, be quiet, and the S's is stinking real bad. But Beyonce, ladies and gentlemen, is crashing out on Solange. She's mad at her, calling her a traitor, saying, this is your brother-in-law. How can't you stand up with your sister? Why you still keep, backstabbing us and, going at your brother-in-law? But Beyonce, you need to go somewhere and sit down, because I defended you when people said that you look like Michael Jackson. I said that Beyonce doesn't look like Michael Jackson. She might look like Tito, but she don't look like Michael. I defended you. But where was your antennas at when Solange was doing all types of jujitsu on Jay-Z and on Jay-Z's hairstyle inside that elevator? You weren't defending him that day. You stayed still, you stayed quiet, and it looked like you were happy that your sister was throwing haymakers at Jay-Z and throwing haymakers at Jay-Z's hairstyle. You looked happy about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why all of a sudden you are now trying to allege that Solange is lying, Jay-Z's breath does not stink, and your breath does not stink. You didn't even stand up for your own breath when people were saying that allegedly your breath was kicking like Jackie Chan. You know what I mean? You didn't even take up for your own breath. And now you're going to take up for Jay-Z's hairstyle? I'm telling you, when it's time for him to go down, Beyonce, you're going down with him. Your mother, her Gumbo. I think Beyonce's mom's Gumbo needs to be arrested. Pure survival. Her Gumbo needs to be put in handcuffs. Because we still don't know why she was selling all of that Gumbo. You know what I mean? And the Gumbo looked toxic. The Gumbo looked like it was in a toxic relationship. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why Beyonce's breath is allegedly kicking and Jay-Z's breath is allegedly kicking from eating all of that demonic, devilish Gumbo. That's what I'm starting to believe. Beyonce, it's your mom's Gumbo that got everybody breath popping like little mama. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, guys, Beyonce, you know, sources close to her is saying she's crashing out on Solange, saying she can't come over to visit her nieces and nephews, and she's disowning her, and she's just mad because Jay-Z and Jay-Z's hairstyle is not paying her bills, and she don't got no music out, she's not doing good for herself. And Beyonce, I think that that's a stone cold lie, because Solange does not care about the fame. She didn't sell her soul for a freak off jelly roll. Solange is just like the dad, like your dad, and your dad is not dealing with you, your mother, mother's Gumbo, or Jay-Z and Jay-Z's new afro and his alleged cinnamon doodle breath. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get back to shopping right now, guys. But Beyonce, can you keep up? Baby boy, wanna smell my breath. May be hot, wanna smell my breath. Gotta be hot, gotta smell my breath.